If I was smart, I'd probably time my travel so I could see an F1 race and see a nearby World Endurance Championship race. Oh, okay. I've been to one of the Busch Series races back when Carl Edward was still an up-and-coming driver. Clear track. So fun. I did a full hour race on this track the other day in an LMP2 car. I was getting really good too. But at the end I did a lap in 6 minutes 46 seconds. And I still made mistakes. Wish I could build more of a gap. This car just isn't so easy to drive as an LMP2 car. You actually have to control the throttle and stuff. The brakes aren't really good. At least I didn't spin out. Yeah, NASCAR's done a lot over the years to try to improve safety. I think what's more weird are what the Indy cars look like these days. They don't look like Indy cars anymore. They're trying to pull an F1 and get all super fancy, technical, elaborate, and have it cost lots of money to have parts that are so easy to break. I think it should go back to more simpler stuff and go back to pure racing as opposed to aerodynamics. I'm sure a lot's been done to improve safety in Indy cars. However, I'm not sure if all the thousands of dollars put into a front wing that one tap and oh, you gotta replace the whole thing is worth it. F1 spends that kind of money, and even then some teams can't really afford it very well. I wish F1 was more of a level playing field, to be honest. Oh, I'm pretty close to done with this lap then. Well, some of the teams do, some of them don't. And then you have Red Bull, who complains that their car isn't competitive. and we're thinking of leaving. Maybe our teams were like, so leave. I haven't really kept up with it too much. I have no idea what the status of it is now, but it's kind of funny that Red Bull's acting like sore losers. Because, you know, it's all okay when they're winning and other teams aren't competitive. But as soon as they're not competitive, oh, they gotta complain. Max Verstappen, though, he's a pretty good driver. Oh, really? Subaru in F1. That will be cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure I haven't done this one yet. Okie dokie. What car do I want? My car can be fun to drive. No to reality, just no. I don't like the way it handles. That's ironic. I'll go for RUF. Well, that's as close as you can get to driving a Porsche in this game, so. I'm not a fan of the way the Audi handles. I'm not a fan of the way the Mercedes handles. I go by handling, to be honest. If I can't drive it very easily, in tough conditions, I'm going to have a very hard time. And I don't like that. Fog with rain, oh boy. I got touch goes with fog and rain, but no cars have lights on by default. Seems legit. That would be cool. There are a lot of teams or manufacturers that could do well. Like, does Audi have an F1 team? I don't think they do. Can you imagine if Porsche had an F1 team? Then again, Porsche are just so competitive and so dialed in with the cars they do have. I don't see them doing a brand new car like that. I just don't see it happening. Ha! That would be funny. That'd be interesting. I forget which, it might have been McLaren that had a concept prototype F1-like car that was revealed a while back, maybe a couple months ago. And if you've ever played or seen gameplay of Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6, they have a Red Bull prototype car in there, and the McLaren F1 prototype looks very similar to that, actually. You could even argue that both of them would be racing in the same race. They look so similar. Ah! Not the tires. Not the tires. Mazda and F1 would be cool. However, I think it would be a very long time before they got competitive. If you look at the Tutor Sports United Championship and the diesel-based car they have in that, the testing and stuff is very slow, and results and progress is very slow. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I want to see new manufacturers in there to level up the playing field and see more competition, not people testing cars and, oh, we're here, yada yada yada, but we're not here to win. We know that. We're just testing our car. We'll be competitive the next 5-10 years, you know. If I recall correctly, hadn't Lotus sort of dropped out of F1 for a little bit, then came back or something? I've not really kept up with F1 much these days. I don't have a TV I can watch TV on, so the only races I get to see are those on the internet. I want the good old F1 days back. Back when it wasn't about fuel consumption or conservation, making things super elaborate. So did Red Bull ever completely leave, or what was the current status quo of that? I thought the way they were behaving after not having competitive a car was a bit immature.